And it's a lot going on. We may not be here tomorrow because we may not have internet tomorrow. Do it in the car. Or we may have to we may have to go live in the car again or something like we did yesterday. But a lot of things going on in the world, probably, huh? More than celebrity. The celebrity's been acting okay, I guess, unless they just haven't been reporting on a lot of stuff. People have Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
They kind of laying low, I guess.
Yeah, they not really, trying to be out there like that. So you said you found like a story. I was saying what was in the news?
I hurt my gum. Oh, hold on.
You hurt your gum. How you hurt your gum?
You know how you doing something in your tooth and you hurt your gum when you dig too high up in it with your nail.
I ain't never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, you can hurt yourself while you digging on your teeth or something, or picking something out, or if a toothpick, you can go jab yourself and not even realize it.
Okay. Comment down below how many people that happens to. It'll probably be nobody that'll comment.
Why wouldn't that not happen to? If
or one person.
Or you using a thing to floss, you may do too high and go up in your gums.
Oh.
That's a simple mistake.
Well,
you're making it sound like it's impossible. Keep moving. Gosh.
No, for your finger.
So, comment below if you ever had
your finger.
Any floss situation.
No, you said your finger.
Anything. I'm using my finger as a floss.
All right.
And I went too far up with my nail.
Who does that? That's what I'm saying.
I don't have no floss thing, and it was in my tooth.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
Emerald says, hi, ladies. Hey Emerald. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes.
We'll start off talking about these migrant workers. They got dropped off again. They treat these migrant workers like,
and I'm glad that
pieces of a puzzle.
The news media is capturing all of this because we're seeing it before our eyes. Really,
nobody cares.
Vice President's home in freezing weather. You know what?
People don't care.
Would they have cared if some of these people passed away?
No.
Yeah.
No, they would care if they wasn't brown.
No. Well, other than that, I think it would probably be a discussion if they died.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So what happened?
So people are kind of like, they're all right. They'll be okay.
they fought this long to get over here.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
This is the worst. This is the least of their
More
problems.
migrants dropped off outside Vice President's home in freezing weather. They just really doing.
She need to just leave the welcome wagon out. They
really
just messing with her.
They really doing Kamala Harris wrong.
Yeah, you gonna read it.
Several busloads of migrants were dropped off in front of Vice President Kamala Harris' residence in Washington, D.C. on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve!
Of all days.
In 18-degree weather late Saturday. An initial 2 busloads were taken to local shelters, according to an administration official.
Mm-hmm.
More buses arrived outside the vice president's residence later Saturday evening. A CNN team saw migrants being dropped off with some migrants wearing only T-shirts in the freezing weather. They were given blankets and put on another bus that went to a local church.
They'll figure it out. Is that what it is?
Amy Fisher, a volunteer with the Migrant Solidarity Mutual Aid Network, which has been receiving migrants sent to D.C. since the spring, said the organization had been prepared for Saturday night's arrivals, having been informed about it earlier by an NGO working at the border in Texas.
Okay, geez.
So somebody got on the phone,
word up there.
Said, I just want to let y'all know
there's 5 buses coming.
You getting ready to get 5 busloads of migrant workers, so you might want to have a place for them. Which should be the church.
Yeah.
What else is the church?
The church and other organizations that do this.
Well, the church number one.
Yeah, church
because
number
they don't
Every
pay taxes.
church in that area should have had to
they don't pay
raise
taxes.
their hand and say, we'll take them.
Churches don't pay taxes.
That's true. That may even change, you think?
The arrivals included asylum seekers from Ecuador, Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, Peru, and Colombia.
I said Nicaragua. Isn't that Anna's country?
Oh, she don't.
Anna from The View.
Oh, Nicaragua?
According
to Fisher, who told CNN the buses were supposed to go to New York, but diverted to D.C. due to the weather. So the weather was messed up. So instead of going to New York, let's just drop them off at Kamala Harris.
We'll do a drop by.
Busloads of migrants have been arriving in Washington weekly since April.
She's on the way. Let's just stop over at her house.
The DC community has been welcoming buses from Texas anytime they've come since April. Christmas Eve. Wow. And freezing cold weather is no different, Fisher said. We are always here welcoming folks with open arms. So that what the devil meant for evil, God turned around for good. They thought they was doing something, and somebody called on the phone and said, "Just so y'all know, be prepared."
Give them heads
and
up.
so this lady said they were prepared for it. So thank you. What you meant to be harmful and mean and hurtful, we ended up helping these people and making it
sending
better.
them to. They coming from a hot climate.
And you're going to put them in the cold.
And you're not even giving them a coat. Texas, you could have done that.
They ain't even give them a coat.
Give them a jacket, a coat, or a blanket. And you knowing you're sending them to 18-degree weather.
And why are you doing that?
Thank you. You're still trying to put that point out there.
You don't have a church in Texas that can keep people.
Because remember, he's the governor. He's governing the state on how he feels, and he thinks others feel in that state to not let them stay.
And understand whether you Christian or religious or whatever, universe, karma is always horrible. So he's going to you reap what you sow. What you put into this earth, always comes back.
There was a song we used to sing at the Catholic school that I went to. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me.
Yeah.
When I was hungry, you gave me to eat. When I was sad,
she's singing the whole song.
Now enter into the home of my father.
All right, okay.
So I learned that as a kid.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm doing to somebody else, I'm doing it unto Christ. So I'm thinking, Governor, I don't know if you are a born-again believer or not.
He's not.
Really? And even, okay, I'll just say for sake of argument that you still said, I'm going to go ahead and send them to the states.
You don't do that, though.
Can you give them a blanket? Can you buy a coat?
You don't do people like that.
Can you let them stay maybe one night for Christmas Eve, and then maybe the next day send them?
It's starting to get ridiculous.
Oh, he's making a whole thing of this.
Wendy says, hello, beautiful stars. Hey, Wendy. They left them on Kamala's lawn with T-shirts on. Yep. That's horrible. And Emerald says, human cruelty. There has to be a better way to get your point across.
What if somebody had given them the Kanye West's shirts?
They would have worn
White Lives Matter.
They would have.
People would have looked at that as a message.
Yeah.
Y'all from these different countries. White Lives Matter.
That idiot. We don't want to talk about.
I know. I'm just thinking of the T-shirts when she said T-shirts. Right.
So the bottom line is, thank God that they was ready for it, because somebody called ahead and told them.
And that's all Chicago even wanted for them to do. Can you give us a heads up that these buses are coming?
Yeah.
And that's now they're doing that step at least.
Wendy said that going to Catholic school confuse you. That's sad.
For what?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever.
For me, when I was singing.
When I went to Catholic school, you had it? Oh, no, because we don't.
The reason why it didn't confuse me, because even as I got older, a lot of the people that I've come to know as Catholics, we both talk about Jesus.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
We both talk about Jesus dying for our sins and that He rose again. And I'm thinking that's the foundation. That's what counts. So whether you talk to a priest or not,
so the bottom line is, thank goodness that somebody was there on the other end, to take care of these people,
help them.
That is not wrong, and it's so funny because some angels probably could have been in the group, and they wanted to see how they was being treated.
How they being treated,
and that's exactly how you treated them. So, okay. All right, so that's the end of that one. Anything else on this story?
No, I just wanted to bring that up.
Speaking of governor, here we got congressman.
Politics still.
Congressman-elect George Santos admits lying about education, work experience. I will be sworn in.
So another politician lying. Woo, we should be used to it.
Yeah, Fallout is intensifying after Congressman-elect George Santos admitted to lying on his resume to win his election on Long Island, probably in Long Island. The Republican turned the blue district red recently and remains determined he will still be sworn in next week. I don't think you cannot be not sworn in for lying, because then that means no politician
will be in the office.
As long as he didn't lie about anything that he had to have to become to become congressman.
Like maybe
like being a U.S. citizen or something like that. I don't know.
That kind of stuff.
Do you even have
the criteria?
The criteria.
Okay.
But lying about your education.
Our commander-in-chief lied.
That's what I'm saying. So what's the point of this story?
True, the president on down.
Other politicians are not claiming he could have committed fraud. No. While Santos has been admitting to his lies and apologized, many of his constituents and political experts say the situation is serious. Okay. Ooh. Just because he is coming clean doesn't mean everything will now be okay. Did I embellish my resume? Yes, I did. A lot of
people do that.
And I'm sorry.
Okay.
Santos said in an interview with the website in the state. The Republican admitted he lied on his resume to represent the people of New York's 3rd District, which covers parts of northern Long Island and northeast Queens. The 34-year-old said he led people on, in part, due to preconceived notions about his previous jobs and what others may think about his millennials. I don't think that's, I don't know. That's not nothing. He claimed he had graduated from Baruch College, whatever,
don't
in
have
2010,
a degree.
but now says he never graduated with the college.
He don't have a degree.
He also claimed to have worked for Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, but has now confessed to only working for a company that did business with both of them.
Question.
And downplayed the lie.
Question. Look at his race. Would this matter if it was a black man?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That's privileged.
Yeah. Well, this not. He's Latino, ain't he? DeSantis or whatever his name is.
Santos.
If I was trying to defraud people like everyone is saying, I could have listed bigger names, Santos said.
Okay.
He still has not addressed how exactly his wealth has skyrocketed in the past several years. How's that different than Trump? But did say it allowed him to give a large amount of money to his congressional campaign.
He did it illegally.
Does that matter, Trump?
It matters.
Everything I say is
why
Trump
is
who was the president of the United States.
That's why they're trying to pull this Trump man down. But did this guy do anything illegal?
Let me tell y'all something.
To get that money.
This is the part that bothers me about Democrats. You had the president of the United States was Trump.
Commander-in-chief.
Commander-in-chief. There is nothing you can say after that.
He has lowered the bar so low.
That bar is so low.
Stepping on it.
It doesn't even matter.
Jeez.
It does not matter.
Isn't that sad, though?
So stop doing this. Quit doing stories on people lying. They all lie.
And they do things, they're deceiving the American people by how they got to that position. Right. So
they all lie.
I guess we're numb. We're getting used to it.
It doesn't even matter anymore. That's what I'm saying.
He has 10 wives. Who cares?
Nobody cares. Nobody
Did he not marry that first one? Who cares?
Bottom line is he gonna go there and represent the district
and do his job
and bring money? That's all people care about. Is he gonna go there, represent us, and get things we need done in our district?
How bad do you think that the politician, male, female, would have to? What do you think they would have to have done or experienced or doing to make people go, that's it? You got to sit down.
You have to do something that affects each person
like child
individually,
related or
maybe some with children. People have no tolerance for children.
Yeah.
If you do anything to hurt a child, that's it.
You got to sit down.
Or animals. They don't like animals or old people.
Yeah.
Old people.
Like what Whoopi said.
Old people, animals.
That's her tolerance level. She said those 3 things.
That's it.
I can't talk to you.
If he punched his wife in the face and gave her a black eye, nobody would care.
We're used to that.
But children, animals, and old people.
We draw the line. That's sad, though.
Us. Anything that affects us personally.
Like what? What do you mean?
You taking money out of my pocket.
Ooh,
then people are
public that will get mad. Okay. You robbing us. You said such and such. Okay.
Other than that, then again, that might not even matter because people get robbed by Congress all the time. They're stupid.
Right.
They don't
still
even
go. You know, I trust you, young man. Do the job.
Take that off the table. You're right, because we get robbed all the time. We don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Children, older people, and animals. Now, if they would have said that he had pushed some old lady down the stairs or something, then that would be bad.
Or he was treating some seniors really mean and not giving them something like that.
Or kids. He did something to a kid.
He violated some people.
Yeah.
In those groups.
And it has to be a young child. They don't care about teenagers.
Yeah.
Because we've seen so many what's that big giant head one that's in Congress? The Republican guy who was with the 13-year-old girl or whatever he was.
And made the comment about the
nobody cares.
Women being,
but nobody cares that he with 17-year-olds.
That's true.
So it has to be not teenagers. It got to be young kids.
Oh,
I don't know what his name is.
Matt.
They don't care if you were teenagers.
Matt Gates.
Nobody cares about. Hold on, we got a bunch of stipulations here.
Okay, there we go.
Teenagers, if you're a man. Ooh. If you're a woman and you were a teenager, then that's a bigger deal to them.
Okay.
To the American people.
Okay.
Yeah. A female with a teenage boy and she's in Congress.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll run her out of Congress.
Okay.
But a man with a teenage girl in Congress, nobody cares.
Yeah. We overlook that.
Yeah, they don't care about that. And everybody's kids. Nobody wants you doing anything to kids. Ooh. Everybody's animals.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. We got to put a stipulation on that.
What kind of animals?
It depends on the animal.
And then does it also...
If it's a dog or a domesticated dog or cat, you care.
Okay.
If it's an iguana or something, some animal
or a sheep
or alligator or something
monkey.
That nobody cares about, moose. Remember what's her name? Palin was in the helicopter shooting moose, but they do that in Alaska. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And people try to make a big deal.
Animal rights people tried.
And they tried with Donald Trump Jr. when he's posing with that bear, remember?
Yeah,
nobody cares about bears.
About that, but a little dog.
But a cute little puppy.
Little beagle holding
little doggy.
Yes.
Or a little kitten or, something like that.
Rip you apart.
Yeah. Okay. So it just depends. The animal, you got to put a stipulation on that.
That's sad. Kids, a stipulation with age.
Now, I don't
Animals,
think
a stipulation with kind of animal.
I don't think with a kid. I said the stipulation with the kid is the age. Mm-hmm. Teenagers, nobody cares about.
Right.
They care about younger kids.
Right. And seniors, older. The older, the better.
The older, the better.
If you just reached that 65
or 60, nobody cares.
But if you're older,
if you're 80 or something,
95, 90, people are like,
okay. Yeah, you're right.
This is sad.
So we all got stipulations on things. So none of his stuff that they said
is worthy of him being sat down.
Yeah, they're sitting that man down.
But they're going to still probably be a spotlight on him because they want to see where his money coming from.
They don't care.
They're going to follow the money.
It doesn't matter. They not following Trump's money train. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Okay.
We at the point now where people like, get yours, like I'll get mine, you get yours.
Every man for himself.
Emerald says it's sad that our standards are now so low. No integrity or morality.
Yep.
It's gone, y'all. Mm-hmm. Just forget about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, Wendy was talking about the Catholic school. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, and then when we went to Catholic school, they didn't really talk about religion. We didn't really. The only thing they did was Ash Wednesday.
You know, when I learned from
they didn't teach religion.
Like how you went to that that class and you had taken about different religions. I learned when I was in college about different religions and denominations.
But the Catholic,
because I didn't even know as denominations what I was part of a denomination, and I didn't even know the teachings.
The Catholic school that we went to, and I don't know if other people who went to Catholic school, if y'all had the same thing, they don't really push that on you.
We went to mass, but we wasn't a part of the mass because we were not part of that religion. Yeah, they don't push, which is good. Ash Wednesday, I had to do Ash Wednesday. I had a little ash on my head, and then but I couldn't do communion. They stopped after a while, forcing you to do Ash Wednesday. And I understood it all, even as a young kid, because my mom had us in church really young age and Sunday school. And but no, the Catholic school we went to, and again, unless anybody else wants to chime in, if you went to Catholic school, they didn't push. They didn't push Catholicism on us. We don't. You just go to school, which is what I was saying. But you know what? You need to go to school to learn school. But you know what? Even reading. As we got older, our family, he did a lot of music with one of the Catholic churches in Chicago. Oh, yeah. So we commune with them even in Chicago. And we have a large Catholic churches in Chicago. Yeah, with black Catholics. What's his name, Father? What's his name? Flanagan. He's not. What's his name? Black Father Flager.
Flager.
I think he's the one that's
white,
been in the news.
but his church is black. We got a couple of large Catholic churches in Chicago, where the priest is white and the congregations are black.
He's a good speaker,
and a lot of them are into what is it when you human rights, civil rights, and
civil rights and the community, building the community and stuff. So when we're with them, we don't think Catholic. Yeah, he is a priest, but we don't think he's hip. He's like, hey, like our pastor.
Pray for the dead and confession. Jesus is the mediator. Yeah. So
that's how
to me, I don't care. As whatever.
Okay.
I'll go to any school as long as that. Don't teach that. Just teach reading.
She was always in the hallway too when she went to school, so she was always in trouble.
We talk about that all the time.
I know, but she just brought it up to Catholic school. It just made me remember that. My first spanking was with my first grade nun.
The nuns will hit you.
She took my hand real hard with that.
True says, hey True. Hey. True says I went to Catholic high school. We had to go to mass, but we could opt out of confession and communion. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They didn't force you to do that. So all right, so that's the end of him. Nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna say he lied.
Still do his little.
Everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody lies. A lot of people lie about where they went to school, what they did in school, and where they worked.
They build it.
And how many people have? I know I embellished on resume. Yeah, even though there's some stuff that is true. A lot of times you might have. Here's the thing: if you did something where you helped a department or something like that. That's not what you do,
but you put it
on your resume that you do that. And that's not, honestly, that's not what you do. You might know how to do it. You may help people do it, but that's not your job.
But the sad thing about it, depending on what type of role and what type of job it is, I've been at companies where that resume was speaking loud and people came in. And I've had some of my designers said, I don't know why they put down that they got that experience because they don't know.
Exactly.
That's they sold themselves and that human resource.
That's where I think where it starts to get kind of muddy when you lie. Yeah. If it's something, if the job, this is the way to do it.
The type of job
you shouldn't lie at all, but I'm going to say
I know.
If you put something on your resume that's not accurate or true,
or you exaggerate it.
It shouldn't be something that your job requires you to do.
Yes.
I'm not going to put, I know Photoshop. And the job requires me to do Photoshop. And I only know a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But that show that came on, you guys, called Con, that black guy who pretended to be a doctor.
See, that's what I don't like.
That's like Catch Me If You Can movie. Yeah. He pretended to be these professions that he wasn't. Yeah. That's scary.
So to me, if this guy, as long as the stuff he lied about doesn't affect him going to Congress and bringing money back, most of them are liars. How is he any different? The only difference is they caught him.
Yeah, they dug up his little stuff.
Go look up Nancy Pelosi stuff and see if everything on her thing is true. That's what I'm saying.
If you were to get every politician, you'll find something, probably.
All right, that's my thing on that. What do you think? He should be taken down because
I honestly don't think anything's going to happen to them. Now, I'm just concerned about the money trail. That's what they questioned about when you were reading. Mm-hmm. Like he all of a sudden has this money, unless he won the lotto.
His family has money.
He got it from one of his boys from the hood.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And see, then I'm not gonna say nothing. Then
if it's drug related money,
and that's the other thing I don't know. See, that's why most of us will never run for Congress or anything because we don't want anybody digging into our past or because I'm the type of person like, do we really tell every single dime we get? Like if somebody go to Vegas or something and they win,
big bucks,
$500 or whatever, and they break you off 100, you reporting that? Nobody's gonna report that.
Nah, that's an under the table.
Come on,
thing.
Y'all. Nobody's giving you. Come on. Yeah. If somebody come over your house and they won some money or whatever, and they give you $300.
I think it has to
now,
be a
some of y'all do,
though, don't it?
Well, if it is,
because gifting now is like $15,000.
Let's say $1,000. Somebody goes to Vegas and they win whatever, and they give you $1,000, and it's time to report taxes. Are you going to report that $1,000?
I don't think if that's not the amount, because I was told that
it has to be a certain amount.
It has to be a certain amount.
Oh, okay.
Because even with income, if you got a certain income very low, you may not even do taxes on that. It's not worth it.
So maybe I don't know then. Maybe it's a certain amount. It has to be.
But if they give me $20,000, yes, I have to report that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So now what's the amount?
15,000, I thought.
What about
it's
10?
It's called gifting or something. So you guys may know if y'all
let's pretend we don't know what the cutoff is.
Okay.
What's the amount that somebody give you?
I would probably report 5,000.
Anything over 5.
I would probably be being a little because I do taxes now.
Emerald said, "Don't ask, don't tell."
I'll report $10. I'm so nervous because I don't want nobody to audit me.
Bless said, "Nope, am not." Me either. That's what I'm saying. So we just gonna have to deal with God on that one.
Lord
Wendy
Jesus.
says braiding hair is not reported. That's $500. That's true. What if you braid hair on the side?
Braider.
See, nobody's doing that.
But what's going to get her, Wendy? My braider accepts payment via Zelle.
Yeah, that'll get her.
You got to report Zelle now.
But what if you just some person that's braiding somebody's hair and they give you $500? They not reporting that.
If you doing taxes, they may come audit you.
No, the person gives you $500. You're not going to report that. Most people probably won't.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Or that lady you buy cakes from.
You know what? She reports hers because she has a business. Anytime you got an LLC, you gonna report it.
Does she report every?
She does, but if somebody come give me money,
what if somebody buy cakes from Mama? Nobody's reporting that.
We're not.
Somebody want to give her $20.
We're not teaching everyone to lie now.
Right,
that's not what we're about.
Right.
Just go by the leading of
the Holy Spirit.
God, yes,
leading of the Holy Spirit. Emerald says, I wouldn't report anything under 10K. Okay, so that's Emerald's thing.
There we go.
That's what I'm saying. What's like the person's...
What's the cutoff amount?
What's your thing? Your cutoff?
Yeah.
To me, if it doesn't make any kind of an impact in my life...
your income.
If it doesn't make impact in my life, I'm not... Somebody give me $200 for some groceries or something.
Like paying forward and they give you money.
But you're right. $10,000, that can alter my life.
Yeah.
So that's,
you're right. Okay.
And you're right. It might be a thing that the government says, what's that amount that they don't care until you start getting to a certain amount.
Well, yeah, they consider you need to now write it down.
But other than that, Congressman-elect George Santos, I don't think anything's going to happen to him.
And you're right. You're probably right.
Most of the politicians lie anyway.
Yeah, they was just saying in the news that it just makes it harder now for politicians to be truthful because people already don't trust them.
And just like Emerald said, the bar is so low now that
we're walking on the bar after Trump.
It was already low, but Trump made it horrible.
Does he even have a degree? He may have paid for his.
Blessed one said, well, his family, they did that. Blessed one says, they nuff off my paycheck, laugh out loud. Anything under 10K is mine to keep. Okay. They take enough off her paycheck.
You're right.
And they right. Okay. All right, y'all. This latest TikTok.
What is this?
I don't know if y'all know about this latest TikTok trend where the kids are telling parents that famous people have died.
Now, you told me before you go into this is now the newer ones aside from the Kia.
Right. But I don't know. They could still be stealing Kias.
They could still be taking Kias.
But this is like the latest prank
TikTok prank.
So I called my sister on the phone because we don't... I hate when people come to my room and talk. I'd rather have you call. We could be right next door to each other.
We call
on the phone. I hate when people come physically and talk to me. So I called her on the phone. I said, they got this latest prank that you tell kids is telling parents that somebody famous died.
Someone that they probably like.
And they putting it on TikTok. I said, it's so mean.
Their expression on TikTok.
I said, it's so mean. I said, let's do it to Mama.
No, you heard what she just said. That's so mean. Hey, let's do it to Mama. Yeah.
And I said, should I tape it?
Who should I say?
I said, should I tape it? And you said no. I wish we would have taped it.
I wish you recorded it.
So I went in the kitchen. She was in the kitchen. I said, Mom.
We had to think about somebody.
Right. I said, Mom,
that she would be like.
I said, Mom, guess what? And she said, what? I said, guess who died? And she said, who? I said, Donald Trump. Oh!
And rolled back in her walker with her hands up. Kim said, I wish I had that on video.
I wish I would have had it on video.
I knew she was going to be shocked, but not like that. With her hands up.
What was you thinking, Mom?
Donald Trump died. That shocked her.
Oh! And she backed up. She backed up in her whip. She rolled. Oh!
did that.
You told me not to.
I didn't think that she was. I was like, maybe she make sure she dressed and everything. Because if you got TikTok, everybody sees it. Oh man. So she laughing now.
So she laughing now. She said, "Did you get that on tape?" I said, "No." Lenore told me not to.
She said, "You want me to do it again?"
How you gonna do it again?
Don't react it again. Don't act it out.
So then, just before we went live, a cousin came in and she said, "Y'all, I gotta tell y'all something. I just had to do something, 3 people." And Lenore said, "Is this that TikTok thing?
TikTok challenge?"
So now people gonna be dying and everybody gonna be like, "Is this a TikTok?"
No, they really passed away. Now that's gonna mess it up for people. That's stupid. Who thought of this?
All right, so look at these. These are some of them.
They'll let you show them?
Yeah, as long as you
okay. Meryl Streep dead at 73.
What?
Snoop Dogg dead at 51.
Shut the fuck up.
Kylie Jenner dead at 24.
What?
Mom?
What?
Adele found dead at 34.
What?
Adele found dead.
Oh my God. What?
Barack Obama dead, 61.
No! Oh my God! What?
John Bon Jovi dead at 60.
Oh my God. Bon Jovi dead at 70.
Bon Jovi did not fucking die today.
Holy shit. What? Simon Cowell dead at 63. No.
Taylor Swift dead at 33.
No.
Huh?
Oprah Winfrey dead at 68.
No, shut up.
I'm serious.
No, I reject it.
Billy Joel dead at 73.
He did not die.
Oh my God.
What?
George Clooney dead at 61.
What? Bullshit, Allie.
No.
Bruce Springsteen dead at 73.
Jennifer Aniston dead at 53.
Oh yeah, I saw that. What? She's dead?
Oh my gosh, Mom, Harry Styles dead at 28.
Shut up.
No, I'm not.
What happened?
No way.
What? When?
Stanley Tucci dead at 62.
No!
Janet Jackson dies at 56.
Shut
Oh my
the
God.
hell up.
Oh my God, Ludacris dead at 45.
No!
What?
Michael Bublé dead at 47.
Michael Bublé?
Bret Michaels dead at 59.
What?
Austin Butler dies at 31.
Shut up!
Oh my God.
That's the latest trend.
You guys, that is so mean. Because what if somebody really
that now they
killing
killing
her deaf now?
So when I went in and said, "Ma,"
You didn't say it like that though. You didn't say age. You said so.
I didn't say what age. I just said, "Ma, guess what? Somebody died," and she said, "Who?" I said, "Donald Trump." Oh! I wish I would have got that on tape. And she rolled back in her chair. Oh! Oh! I'm like, you don't even like Donald Trump. I was trying to get somebody she didn't like.
I told y'all he's a reality show for her. So
I didn't do somebody she liked. I said, well, if I do somebody she don't like, maybe she'll respond like, "Oh, really?" I didn't think she was gonna react that way.
If she watches anything that goes on with that crazy man, sorry, she's surprised.
I was being nice by saying, "Let me do somebody she don't like,"
and roll back in her walk.
Oh!
I didn't want him to die not saved.
Oh, she didn't want him to die not saved.
My mom wanted him to have known that he's given his life to Jesus. That's what it is.
Wendy said
she was more concerned about his soul.
Wendy said she was praising the Lord. No, that wasn't praising the Lord.
You know what, Wendy? She was concerned about his soul. She said that. She said, "Oh no, he died too soon. Did he know Jesus?
That was so
Does
funny.
he know Jesus?
I wish I had gotten that on tape.
That is funny.
Emerald said, "Y'all crazy." I was trying to be nice because at first I was gonna do somebody she liked, like a celebrity.
I don't even know who she would like that we could
like
say
Oprah
that.
Winfrey or somebody like that.
Surprised.
Ma, who would you be sad? A celebrity if we said Oprah Winfrey?
No,
like,
you
Barack Obama. See, she said, "Oh yes."
Yeah.
See, if I said Barack, she would have did what that lady did on that TikTok. No, like that.
I would start crying.
She would start crying. So I said, "Let me do somebody who she don't like." and see how she responds.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to get that.
I told you she don't like, but she like. She was concerned about his soul, though. That was the thing with her. She's like, oh, thinking, is he saved?
So be ready, y'all. This is the latest TikTok.
That's a mean one, though, because these people that they're teasing about, they can actually start
But
dying.
nobody gonna believe it. That's what I'm saying, because now it's a TikTok trend. So when people really do pass away, I remember when TMZ reported Lil Wayne had passed away.
Yes.
And they were wrong.
They were wrong.
And I told my friend, the guy, I called him because he loved Lil Wayne and them.
She gonna shout it on the mountaintop.
And I told him, I said, guess what? And he said, what? I said, Lil Wayne, as TMZ reports, Lil Wayne passed away. He said, nah. And this a street dude.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, man, nah.
That's not.
And then he told his friend.
Yes.
So I had to call him back and say, they were wrong.
You know what?
And this a guy who don't even watch all this crap.
You did
He
that.
said, I will never listen to you again.
You told me about grandma.
Y'all.
Okay, y'all. Kim calls me in the car. I'm
Who
driving.
told me?
Kim calls me and said, Lenora, grandma passed away.
She was in a car.
I was in the car. I pulled over. I said, Kim. And I started crying. Kim, how did you find out that wasn't true?
Somebody called.
Oh, I wanted to beat her down.
They called me and said grandma had a stroke.
Yes.
And I thought they said she died.
Oh, I had to pull over.
So I got off the phone and I said, let me tell my sister. I said, Lenora, grandma died. She had a stroke. And that's when you pulled over.
Yeah, so I pulled over in the car. Because you can't drive when you get news like that.
When did I find out she didn't die?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think I called them back.
I called you and told you when Michael Jackson died.
Yeah, I didn't believe that.
I was in the car coming to pick her up at her job. Michael Jackson died. I said, Kim.
Yeah.
And we both was just
and I
sad.
love Michael Jackson. But somebody called, I think I called them back. I don't know if it was our aunt or somebody. Mm-hmm. And I said, tell me what happened, whatever. She said, no, she didn't die. She's in the hospital. She had a stroke. Mm. And then I had to call her. I had to call her back, Nora back, and tell her grandma not dead. But she did die, though. It was a little bit after that.
Later, yeah, but still, that moment.
Yeah. But you know what? That prepared me.
Yeah.
Because the initial shock when she did pass, like maybe a week or two later, it wasn't as hard because
the stroke kind of slowed her down.
That stroke that first thinking she was dead at the beginning, that was the initial shock.
Tell me while I'm driving. And Mama, we told this story before. Mm-hmm. Mama was sitting with us, and one of our you got a text that one of our sorority sisters or somebody.
Oh yeah.
No, it wasn't a sorority sister. Mm-hmm.
We watched that thing, Mom.
You was telling me that somebody passed away, and I said, "Let me guess." And I was guessing. Yeah. Mama was so mad at us. She said, "Who does a guessing game
on who died,
on who passed away?"
And you wouldn't let me tell you.
And when I guessed, and you finally told me, I started crying. Yeah, I broke down.
But I didn't tell you.
No, it's not a sorority sister. It's somebody
that
you talked to her.
I wanted to tell you, but you didn't want me to tell you.
I said, "Let me."
You said, "Let me guess,"
and I thought it was one of my sorority sisters.
But I'm saying, what do you do if I know, Mom. What do you do if you say, "I want to tell you somebody," and then the person is like, "No, let me guess." What am I supposed to do?
And I went to the sorority sister that was ill. So she said, "No, she's not a sorority sister." And I was like,
and it was one that wasn't ill. The one you thought would have passed didn't. Then the one that it wasn't a sorority sister.
Right. And then when I guessed, Mom was so mad at us.
Wendy said, "I said you mean Jesse Jackson?" Oh, for the who died, or
you know what? Nah, she wouldn't. I don't think she'd care.
No, Obama, she would.
Obama, yeah.
True says.
Wendy, what would make her cry if she?
Yeah. Emerald said, "Y'all crazy." Emerald says, or Michelle. I would even break down.
Yes,
Michelle Obama. And True says, shaking my head, not grandma.
Thank you. grandma passed, and I'm pulling over on
But
the
now,
car.
the dude
I don't like that TikTok.
But now
I'm
the dude
scared
I
of
talked
that
to,
one.
I could never tell him anybody's dead.
No, you messed it up.
When I did Lil Wayne, because he told all his friends
that
and
Lil Wayne passed.
Dudes don't do that. So he was like, you messed me up in front of everybody.
I'm embarrassed now and going to my boys.
Dude, you coming telling us Wayne is,
Man, where you hear that from? Man, don't listen to her no more.
Don't listen to her no more.
Okay.
So I ruined my chance with him.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian describes challenges of co-parenting with Kanye West.
Gee, you think? Challenges? It's not even without kids, just a challenge being with him.
Listen, let me see if she's going to talk about it. Hopefully they won't do no commercial. They probably will. Well, anyway, Kim Kardashian...
3 years ago, I was homeless, depleted.
Kim Kardashian is speaking out for the first time since her divorce from Kanye West became finalized last month.
Oh, okay.
In a previous recorded interview with Angie Martinez on her IRL podcast published Monday, Kardashian described how she does her best to parent her 4 young children with West, who has changed his name to Ye. Let's see if she talk about this.
It's really hard, you know? And like,
you're not co-parenting with just anyone.
Yeah. But I had the best dad, and I had the best memories and the greatest experience. And that's all I want for my kids. As long as they can have that, that's what I would want for them.
Good luck.
I definitely protected him, and I still will, in the eyes of my kids, for my kids. So in my home, my kids don't know anything that goes on the outside world.
How long is that gonna last?
A part of me, you gonna keep showing?
All right, we'll have to keep showing.
If they don't know things that are being said,
I'm sorry if
or
I'm
what's
not being
happening in the
compassion.
She chose to have kids with Kanye West.
You knew Kanye's background, and he knew yours.
Exactly.
And you knew where his mental state was, that could get worse.
Yep.
You don't know. You're taking a chance with him. So I'm not really feeling sorry for you on this. Just hopefully it will make you a stronger woman.
And don't shield them, because they gonna find out sooner or later. I think you should just let them know. And if you feel like it's something to do with his mental illness, say it. Just say, you know your dad, you love your dad, but your dad has a mental illness. There's something going on. They're so young, they may not understand it, but say there's something going on in his head. And so understand that he loves you, we love him, and he's sick right now.
Yeah.
So we are going to love him and love him through the sickness.
And then you have a family that helps you. You got sisters, you got a mom, you have money.
Yeah.
So if anything, hopefully this will make you turn to your faith.
Well,
I don't know where you're at with that, but we can't feel sorry for you in that sense, because you do have ways to to maneuver around it and navigate.
And there's a lot of people who have parents, or one parent may have a mental illness, and they don't have the money you got.
We've had friends,
so they can't shield their parent. They living in the house with their parent who has that mental condition, and a lot of them are seeing it head on. And you know what I'm saying?
And we've had people in our lives where we would take the kids to go see their dad in prison.
Oh yeah.
So
it's a lot of kids.
Mom, she was raising boys by herself.
And how do you explain why he's in prison? For 20
So
some
I'm
years?
sorry, Kim.
That's what I'm saying.
You'll
be all right.
Okay. You're gonna be okay.
If they don't know the things that are being said or what's happening in the world, why would I ever bring that energy to them? That's really heavy, grown up, you know what, that they're not ready to deal with. That's fine. The little ones, but Nora, she older. You can't, and then the little boy is older too.
Right.
She added she protects Ye in the eyes of my kids, for my kids. Remember, I told you a lot of people was dogging out Kim Kardashian, but she actually saved him from going to prison.
Yeah.
Because of the IRS, she took on that money that he owed the IRS and waited for them to file the papers for the divorce to after, so that he didn't have to go to prison. But nobody talks about that. I mean, I know you don't like Kim Kardashian, but honestly, even if she did it for her kids, Kanye been getting away with a lot of stuff because of those kids, and because the Kardashians don't want to crush him because of that.
Exactly.
If he didn't have no kids with her, they would have crushed him like a cockroach
to get rid of him.
Because they come after people. They come after them.
Yeah.
So I think
their name is so important.
I think the kids is what's keeping that from them going after him.
And you had not 1, 2, 3. You had 4, right?
4 kids.
So you kept going. After the first child, you probably would have sat there and thought, should I have more?
Yeah.
Because there may be concerns with this marriage thing.
Yeah.
You have 4 kids.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So that's the latest. I don't even want to see the late Kanye West slams Minister Louis Farrakhan in latest video. Unless that's the one that he did last time, I said.
I was like, he did it again? Okay.
I don't even want to click on it to know.
All right.
But going to Kanye West, the latest Kanye West, y'all see the latest fashion? Kanye West upcoming Ye 24 merch shocks the internet.
It's the German, the swastika. How you say it? Swastika? Wow. He actually made a fashion with it?
But it's really Ye. That's a Y.
Oh, that's a Y-E.
24. Isn't that? Wow. That looks like a swastika, doesn't it?
Wow.
That's not a swastika. Lance. It's not a swastika.
It looks like one. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that something?
That is close.
That's not a swastika.
It's not. You're right.
It's Y-E 24.
Because I'm looking at the back. When I first saw this, I looked at
You thought it was a swastika.
Yeah, because it's turned sideways.
It's Ye.
Now, maybe he shouldn't have turned it sideways.
No, he know what he doing. He wanted to look like a swastika. Okay. You talking about maybe he shouldn't have did that.
Left it straight up and down like on her shirt. Because it don't look like much like a swastika there, if we're saying that word right.
Right, swastika.
But on that man's back,
turned sideways.
Yeah, it looks like, because you
know what he doing.
That is smart, because that E, if you don't look quickly at that E, it looks like one.
That's Ye.
Wow.
Isn't that, now that you know it says Ye, you see it. Wow. But when you first see it, the first thing you think of is a swastika, don't you?
Wow.
But now when I tell you what it reads, you can see clearly it says YE 24.
You know what, you guys? I wonder if he's tapped into a lot of the Black Hebrew teaching.
He probably is.
Because I'm seeing now a friend of mine, family members have gone into that teaching, and I would get some of the scriptures in the readings. They actually had a recording of Hitler talking about the Jews, and pretty much they didn't have him talking about blacks. They had him talking about the Jews being needing that they lie, they don't need to be considered the main
what is this
race.
obsession?
I don't know where that came from. They were okay with Hitler talking about the Jews and trying to get rid of them.
When did this come? When did it become okay? To start back attacking Jewish people?
Because what I was listening to some of the readings that I was getting, they from this group, I don't know if everybody's the same. They were saying that the blacks are the real Jews, whatever. The real children of Israel, and the Jews that's not black are lying,
right,
and deceiving people, thinking that they are the real chosen. I thought that was so much confusion with that.
Let me see what everybody said first. Emerald says, "What is really wrong with this man? He goes out of his way to offend and insult." And Kiki, hey Kiki, says, "I love to see how your followers are growing." Thanks, guys. Here's the thing, y'all.
What's your thoughts?
Let's go with the premise that black people really are the true Israelites.
We're the lost tribe.
We're the lost tribe.
We're the main ones.
What does that mean?
To me, it don't mean anything, because Jesus died for all of us.
But I'm saying in the scope of what's going on right now
with the black Hebrew,
with black people
and hating Jews and being
what's going on now with black people, and like what's going on in the schools, and get more money, or just all the kids that's killed every weekend in Chicago and gang. You know what I'm saying? Like what does that do? Now that let's say we all wake up tomorrow and say, okay, we all believe.
We're all
we
woke
believe.
Now.
We're woke. We're woke.
Yes.
Now what? Now what? We're all woke now.
What we're gonna do with that knowledge?
Okay, you're right. The Jews is taking over the world. You're right. We're the chosen ones. We're woke. You got our attention. Now what?
Good question.
What's the next step?
What are you gonna do?
Geniuses. That's my thing. Everybody always has these big things. Like you can't. Like Martin Luther King said, I want everyone to be equal. I don't want one person to be over equality
for all of us.
But they sat in a room and had a plan. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do even though you saying Rosa Parks is fake. Okay, we'll go with that because we know the real story. Yes. Okay. They chose her. We know that, Kanye.
There was somebody else before her who didn't want to get up.
Big genius Kanye. We know that already. As black people, we didn't need your bonehead to tell everybody that Rosa Parks is a plant.
Okay.
We already know that as black people.
We get it.
They chose Rosa Parks. She was light-skinned. She didn't have no bad history and all of that. She was a perfect one.
And she worked with the NAACP.
Okay, and she was worked with. So we got it. You call her a plant. I call her a person who we needed to lead the march because we need a certain, and it's the truth. Whatever it is, Jesus didn't just use anybody. If you look in the Bible,
he handpicked every disciple.
And if you look in the Bible,
the one that betrayed him.
If you look in the Bible, God even had a certain way. He knew who people would listen to and who people wouldn't listen to.
And the timing of it.
And the timing.
Everything.
So let's go with that premise that she was hand chosen to do what she needed to do. Okay, they had a plan.
Yeah.
They said, okay, once she does this will probably happen.
Yes.
She'll probably get arrested.
Yes.
Then we'll come down. They'll probably arrest all of us. And then we'll all be arrested, which will draw media attention.
Yes, yes.
And then we have these people, these white people that's with us because
they agree with us with the equality as well.
That'll get us on the news. If it was just all black people at the NAACP, nobody would care.
Thank you.
But because there was some Jewish people who helped find it.
Who understood.
And because there was some other things, other white people that was involved, the Catholic Church, like we was talking about.
Yeah.
That's going to get media attention.
Exactly.
And we have a president who is like in our favor.
Yes. Yes.
So it's going to get major attention. Okay, so we'll boycott the bus.
Yes.
Go to the churches. Now we know black folks was going to church back then.
Yeah, buddy.
So have the ministers all get on board.
Yes.
And they'll preach it on the pulpit and say we boycotting.
Yes.
Okay, now Mother Johnson got to go to work. So the brothers with cars, okay, you don't work, right, John? You off? You gonna pick up Mother Johnson.
They put together their own transportation.
You gonna pick up Mother Johnson, Mother Jones, Mother Brown, and you gonna take them to the homes that they need to go to.
Power in numbers.
And you gonna get them so they don't lose their job.
Thank you.
Now, Joe, we got some buses.
Yeah.
So what we gonna do is some of y'all dudes that work at the factory, give us y'all addresses. We're gonna swing through these neighborhoods and we're gonna pick y'all up. So y'all don't lose y'all job.
Yes.
They had a plan.
They had a plan. Yes. And the plan was to do still good.
So what's the plan?
It was to move everybody forward.
So what's this plan? That we all find out that we the chosen ones. We the real children of Israel. Now, and everybody hates the Jews now. God. They in power. We kicked them out. All of them are gone.
Okay.
Rosenberg, Silverman. We've taken over. We stormed the radio station.
Yes.
We've taken over everything.
We got it back.
Now what?
I don't know. They have no plan because that's not the plan of God.
So what's the plan?
They don't have no plan. Just like the enemy. He has no plan. He's just trying to pull stuff down.
The Bible says
and
my
kill
people
and steal and destroy. He has no plan.
The Bible says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
It's like you storming the takeover or something and you have no plan. You're like those people on January 6th.
Thank you.
We're gonna hang Mike Pence, storm the Capitol, storm the Capitol, storm the Capitol. Then they get in there and what they do? Put their feet up on desks.
Yes.
Draw mustaches on people's books.
No plan.
Hand puppets. Guys doing selfies.
Hand puppets.
Selfies.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm posing with George Washington. The statue of George Washington. What's the plan?
I don't know. But I know this fashion is controversial because it looks too close
to a swastika. And he knows that.
Okay.
You said if he would have made it straight on the back. No, he knew
turning
it would look like a swastika.
Yeah. And he's using that font specifically because the swastika is very square.
Yes.
Okay.
According to the Animated Times, a picture of Ye's new merchandise, Ye 24, is doing rounds on social media. The clothing picture boasted the Nazi swastika symbol. However, the pictures are not official, but rumor mill indicated that the disgraced rapper might be working on such clothing items. So this might not even be real.
Oh, okay.
This could be something he's working on.
He needs to fix it, though.
Given the swastika symbol, the Grammy winner did not shy away from admitting his fondness for Hitler and that he sees good things about Hitler during his appearance on the Alex Jones show. And we already talked about how dumb that is, to talk about how you see good things in Hitler. Keep going, because I got to take whoever this is photo bombing our thing.
Okay. You want me to keep reading?
Yeah.
The rapper added about Hitler, saying that the Jewish media has made the public feel he has never offered anything of value to the world. He further went on to praise the dictator for his inventions. This guy invented highways, invented the very microphone that I used as a musician.
Which is all lies. He didn't invent any of that stuff.
You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that, he said. The 45-year-old also reportedly wanted to name his 2018 album after Hitler.
So the bottom line is, whether this is true, they saying this is something he might be working on.
Oh, okay.
Whether he has the merchandise out. First of all, who's going to wear it? That's number one.
Some old people may.
But if you wear it, you might as well wear a KKK hat.
It may be those kind of people that wear it.
Is that really his audience that he wants?
It might be.
See, that's so stupid.
Look at Comb-Over's audience.
So obviously, Kanye has an issue going on.
Yeah, there's something.
And it's not just him. You said you got that text message from those people who are studying that Bible.
That's the Bible.
Playing Hitler.
They were playing Hitler. If I had it, Wendy, I would send it to you. But I told them to take my name off of the thing. I don't want to be a part of that chat anymore.
You probably should have stayed so we could see what was going on.
I can ask Lisa to send it to me.
Don't say names.
Okay.
But yeah, tell them to put the names back on there.
Okay.
So you can see what's going on with this.
Yeah, I will.
And this is a Black Israelite group. Mm-hmm. See? Playing Hitler.
Because Kyrie, what's his name? Kyrie? The basketball player?
Kyrie Irving.
Probably that's what he's involved in.
We don't know.
Yeah.
So he never claimed that he's a Black Israelite.
That's true. That's true.
So even though they was out free Kyrie Irving.
But to your point, you brought up a good question. Okay, you got this information. You feel
now what?
Empowered. You feel like you're somebody now. You're the lost tribe of Israel. Okay, now what?
I want to hear the plan. Once I hear that, then I'll take y'all serious.
And Jesus died for everybody. Every race, every ethnicity,
right?
Every sex.
So what's the purpose of saying you a lost tribe? All I want to know is, what do I get out of it? That's all I want to know. Tell me what the plan is and what I get out of it.
Yeah.
Other than that, all y'all doing is noise to me.
Yeah.
And there's still hundreds of kids dying in Chicago every weekend.
Thank you.
So I don't care about what y'all saying.
Thank you.
Unless y'all gonna march like y'all did for Kyrie Irving down the streets of Chicago and run the gangs out of the city.
Thank you.
Then I'll listen to you.
Yeah, because maybe you need to teach to them that they're somebody. They're that lost tribe.
No, they ain't gonna march for that because they know they're gonna get shot. They'll march them for Kyrie Irving. But if they marched on the streets of Chicago in the gang neighborhoods like that, they'd be using them as bullet practice. Them dudes be right up in the apartment. You take him out,
lost tribe.
Man, that's Mega Sci-Fi. That ain't no Mega Sci-Fi.
Yeah, because of the colors.
Yeah, purple and gold.
Purple and gold. Okay.
But do that, and I'll listen to you.
Okay.
Because I know, that's why I didn't say nothing when we was talking about Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah.
I ain't say nothing about the Nation of Islam because
Right.
I know they march in the neighborhood.
Right. They do things in the community, yes.
So until I see the Black Israelites marching with purple and gold down the streets of Chicago,
And not Omega Sci-Fi.
and I don't want to hear nothing y'all got to say. I only listen to the Nation of Islam because we see them.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. The FBI says you need to use an ad blocker. You might think a blocker is just for pop-ups, but according to the feds, the bad guys are trying to ensnare you with malicious ads in search results. I don't know if y'all know this. The Federal Bureau of Investigation took a break from hunting serial killers this week to post a public service announcement. They took a break from the Shanquella Robinson case too.
Hunting serial killers.
We haven't heard anything about Shanquella Robinson.
To tell us
but they want to put a public service announcement about ad blockers.
Oh my God.
Which is important.
Hey Jim, put that project you're working down with that serial killer who killed like 50 people.
And the Shanquella Robinson case.
Put those down right now. We got to tell these people about this. Go ahead.
So that's fine. We'll listen to you, FBI. Okay. But make sure you get back on the Shanquella Robinson case.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
If you're not using an ad blocker, what are you doing? According to the Internet Crime Complaint Center, criminals are using ads in search engine results like Google and Bing to impersonate brands. These ads send unsuspecting users off to phony websites that look identical to pages people are actually searching for, where they are then to be subject to ransomware software or phishing attacks. The Bureau says an ad blocker can help. While the government doesn't recommend any particular ad blocker, but I just tested uBlock Origin with a few of my favorite Google searches and didn't see a single ad in the results. An ad blocker is also a great solution if you find yourself in the comments section of this article with a bizarre impulse to complain about the ads.
Yeah.
So that's what he's telling you. So you can get an ad blocker.
Okay. I mean, it's good information, good advice.
When I write about online scams, people often tell me they're too smart to fall for them. This, unfortunately, is the kind of attitude that gets you scammed. Protecting yourself takes constant vigilance, which is undetermined if you think you aren't vulnerable. All it takes is 10 seconds of oversight or even a single click to get into trouble.
Wow. Yeah, because they can't take your computer ransom and hold it, and so you got to give them this to get it back.
Yep. To that end, the FBI recommends fail-safes like checking the URL of the page you're visiting or typing in the web address directly instead of searching it. The FBI says these scams are especially prevalent in the areas of finance or cryptocurrency. When you're doing anything involving your money online, that's a time to be extra careful.
Oh, okay. They did give the suggestion on one of the blockers. So I need to go back up there.
That guy that said he used that, what you call it?
uBlock.
Yeah, uBlock Origin.
Okay, uBlock.
All right, so be careful of that, y'all.
Those
the
ads
FBI is telling you to use an ad blocker because that's how they get in on people.
They do send you on a wild goose chase sometimes.
What time is it?
It's over.
All right, we done. Okay. We can do these other ones later.
Okay.
North Korea, South Korea, we'll talk about tomorrow. And a woman arrested in South Carolina airport after attacking her husband over indecent photos.
Okay.
They was in the airport and she looked at his phone and saw some photos.
But she felt the need to do that at the airport.
She attacked him.
Then privately do that. Like, I'll wait till we get to our
the man said she didn't do anything. When the police showed up, she said, well, I just say it now. She didn't do anything. And the police still arrested her because the camera showed it. See, people think that's what the Megan and the Tory thing. That's not Megan's case. Everybody kept saying, why did Megan send Tory to prison? That was the state.
They took him to prison.
The state.
They took the case against him.
They took the case.
Because she didn't say nothing.
No, she did say something, but she didn't press, you know what I'm saying?
She didn't do the actual press
She didn't
charges.
go to court, yeah. Okay. She was a witness.
Yeah.
So, wow. Kiki says they 100% do that. I've been a victim. Wow. Ooh. And then Wendy says, oh yeah, she doing the Shanquella Robinson. Call Merrick Garland, 202, yeah, we did. 202-514-2000.
Department of Justice.
What's her name? Shanquella Robinson. So we know that we haven't heard anything on that. And you know they'll make cases go real cold if you don't say nothing.
Yeah.
If you don't keep saying anything, it'll go away.
It'll become a cold case.
Yeah, it'll become a cold case. So that's true, Wendy. People need to call that number. Merrick Garland, 202-514-2000. Okay. Department of Justice. All right, y'all. All right. So that was it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Always believe.
Yes.
Make sure y'all subscribe to our new channel and subscribe to this channel. I keep forgetting 90-something% of the people who watch our show aren't even subscribed.
I used to do that. I would watch people's shows and I forget to subscribe.
So make sure y'all subscribe to this channel on our way to 50,000. Once we get 50, then I want 100. 100,000.
That's our goal.
To get that plaque. They give you a plaque when you get 100,000.
Oh, how sweet.
They're not worth nothing, but at least we'll get a plaque. We can put it on the wall behind us.
Yes.
So we trying to on the road.
Like when the doctors put their little license on the walls.
Yeah. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to this channel and our other new channel, Woods Relax Sleep Sounds, all one word. And that's it.
Okay.
Always believe.
Always believe.
And that was. Let me make sure none of y'all said nothing at the last minute. Emerald says thank you, ladies. Oh, you're welcome. And I know the rest of y'all probably gonna be typing as we go off, so thank y'all for coming. That's it.
Okay, that was
another Woods Report. See you later.